kids, it's that time again. We're going to Ohio. So grab your hard hats and AR-15s because, well, this is going to be a dangerous episode. And hello. Welcome to episode 2. Yes, episode 2. Whoa! Gritty. Now, today's episode is going to be on the Midwestern state, Mid-East state of Ohio. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my boy Chill. Who is Chill? He made the thumbnail art for this video, and he is also the original creator of You Ain't Ever Been in Florida if you haven't done this before. So I'll put a link to him in the description. So check him out and do have a good time on his channel. Now, let's begin. First off, what is Ohio? Let's describe what Ohio is. Ohio is not a real state. As we know, thanks to UN documents that were leaked in 2014, Ohio and the state of Wyoming, which we'll get into in the Wyoming episode, are both part of the now-known Joe-Stanley Refugee Center. Now you're probably wondering, what the is Joe-Stan? Well, let me explain. Joe-Stan is a Central Asian country located under Kazakhstan. This is and currently, due to an ongoing terrorist threat with a person named Candace, many Joe-Stanis have fled to America. In 2014, the UN removed Joe-Stan from the map. Now, there's one major issue though. If it's removed from the map, no one's gonna believe these people that's real. So what they did is they created two realities. They've created three different realities. You have the Joe-Stanley Refugee Center realities, which takes place in both Ohio and Wyoming, and you have the quote-unquote Ohio and quote-unquote Wyoming realities. Now, let's talk about the Ohio reality. I'm stuttering a lot because I don't write scripts. As you know, it's improv time, baby. Anyways, so what is Ohio? What is the Ohio realm? Well, the Ohio realm is what we believe is Ohio, the actual state. But of course, Ohio is not a real state. So here's the thing. Inside this realm, it is physically impossible to live for more than a prolonged period of time. As seen through videos on TikTok, living in the Ohio realm is incredibly unsafe, and also it's impossible to eat anything there, as seen by multiple videos showing people failing to eat food that was made in Ohio. Now, why is the government covering this up? To cover up the fact that Joe-Stan's a real country. In fact, I am from Joe-Stan. Joe-Stanley refugee since 2014. Now, due to the Joe-Stanley UN agreement to keep it hidden, the government cannot have people just knowing that Joe-Stan still exists. Because you're going to think that, oh, well, if Joe-Stan still exists, then where are all these people at? So basically, they covered up Joe-Stanley's existence and gave Ohio and Wyoming to the refugees of Joe-Stan. Their population has been growing in the refugee zones, but we'll get more to refugee zones for Joe-Stan in the next episode, which will not in the next episode, in the Wyoming episode. Again, I am stuttering a lot. I should probably write scripts. But as you know, as I said before, it's improv time. Anyways, so what are other things about Ohio? Well, their quote-unquote capital is Columbus, and it's completely unsafe. Never head to Columbus. If you are daring to enter Ohio in the Ohio realm in the first place, do not head to Columbus. In fact, don't even go close to Ohio. It is not safe. Columbus is a sort of settlement set up by the U.S. government years ago to help cover up the existence of Joe-Stanley refugees living in the Joe-Stanley refugee zones. Anyways, so what about Columbus? Well, as we know, Columbus is completely unsafe and unreal. It used to be it used to be an old settlement by the government, but has gone completely abandoned due to the ongoing food issues within Ohio. As we know, Ohio has recently been turned into a hot spot of anomalous activities, which is why the U.S. government pulled out of the zone in 2021. Now, Ohio's existence has been regarded very much as either a myth or a legend. However, the true Ohio lies within the refugee zone. Now, here are my tips for surviving Ohio if you are ever unlucky enough to find yourself in Ohio. Step 1. Avoid Columbus. This will prolong your chances of survival. Columbus is not the greatest city to go to. So do not go to Columbus. Instead, try and find survivors from other states such as Wyoming. It will help you out, as those people will be equipped with Class E rations distributed by the U.S. military. Here's another thing. avoid any signs of life that are not human. As we know, Ohio is a extremely anomalous zone. SCP Foundation to the max. So do not trust anything that is not human from Ohio. Step 3. Stay clear of any houses that have no one in them or giant monsters you might see on the streets or abandoned roads. In fact, there's a lot of things you need to steer clear of in Ohio, or else you might get encountered by demons. And here's another thing. Do not bring pets into Ohio. A lone survivor who went into Ohio a few weeks ago uploaded footage of him and his dog. One night, due to him being in Ohio, his dog went completely insane and tried to attack him. As seen in the footage, the dog knocked all things off the walls and then tried to rush into the room the man was in. So do not bring pets into Ohio. Now, how to enter the Joe Stanley refugee zone in Ohio? Here's the thing. To enter that zone, you must be aware that Ohio does not exist and it is the Joe Stanley refugee zone. Therefore, once you cross the Ohio border, you will not be transported to the Ohio realm. You will instead be transported to the Joe Stanley refugee zone, which is a much safer area. However, staying in the zone will require you to sign a contract with the U.S. military that you will not expose the secrets of the Joe Stanley people, as that is frowned upon by the U.S. government and can lead to 27 years in jail following a $2 billion fine. Now, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode on Ohio. And remember, steer clear of Ohio and also New York. Steer clear of most U.S. states. We're really not the best country, to be honest. Anyways, we hope you enjoy the rest of your day and have a great day. And also, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and steer clear of Ohio, so help me God.